Hello everyone. You're about to hear a synopsis of the film Decline of Civilization. Enjoy. The near future. Lately, Peter has been thinking a lot about who he is and what his purpose in this world is. One day, the Earth was attacked by spaceships. People were shot en masse with cannons and machine guns. Fortunately, this was just another one of Peter's nightmares. His wife asks him to finally see a psychologist. Because of him, Ellis also suffers from insomnia. The couple is raising two daughters. The younger, Lucy, loves spending time with her parents. But the eldest, Hannah, prefers to hang out with the girl next door, Megan, Ray's daughter. A feeling of anxiety never leaves Peter. He works as an electrical engineer for a large company. Due to another frightening vision, Peter screwed up and burned out equipment. His boss, David, advises Peter to take his problem to a clinic. When the electrician's shift ended and he was getting ready to go home, he heard the words in his head. Politicians believe that something will soon take over the world, and there will be no more room for humans on Earth. For some reason, the military tried to kill Peter himself. At that moment, the worker woke up on a concrete floor. Today he was planning to throw a holiday for his family, and now he is seriously late. The man noticed a strange glow in the sky, but no one else was paying attention. Peter realized that he absolutely needed a telescope. This is how Alice finally became convinced that her husband was going crazy. "I'm so sorry, there was enough. Time to go shopping. Box them for the girls, of course." Peter said that he passed out right at work. Nightmares now haunt him everywhere. He saw a girl bending over her murdered parents. It was their daughter Lucy. In the morning, Peter finally decided to seek help from a doctor. So after work he went to a sleep clinic. But in the hallway, he met a man with a similar problem. He also sees ships and dead people. It's as if someone is erasing their memories to control society. We're not crazy. I just need to stop it. Another strange vision. Peter, his wife, and his boss are walking somewhere armed with rifles. Peter left the clinic. He should probably see this. Something dangerous is approaching. Alice is very upset, but now is not the time. Today she threw a big party at their house. Peter continues to act strangely and keeps staring through the telescope. Neighbor Dre came over to check on him. "Are you from my wife?" "No, worse from his." Ray finally asked his friend to come down to Earth. At that moment, what Peter had been waiting and dreading at the same time happened. The sky lit up with flashes. Some unusual objects were flying back and forth. Suddenly, there was a powerful explosion. Apparently, alien troops are landing on Earth. Peter is trying to gather all the family members together. Something like a combat helicopter hovered in front of the window and opened fire on Peter. The neighbors are trying to find the girls together. They realized that Hannah and Megan were stuck in one of the elevators, so they soon came to their aid. Alice hid under a table with her youngest daughter, Lucy. A combat vehicle lit up the entire room. Not noticing its target, it flew on. Infantrymen ran through the floors, shooting everyone in their path. Finally, the family was reunited. Peter navigated his visions. They needed to go to the factory. Alice ordered her husband to barricade the door. A creature began to break into their apartment. The couple tried to stop it. Lucy ran to the kitchen for a toy and remained sitting under the table. Suddenly, a soldier opened fire. The people were forced to run aside and hide in the bedroom. The creature simply crashed through the wall. Lucy found herself cut off from the others. The toy began to speak and attracted the soldier's attention. He bent down and began to carefully examine the child. At that moment, Peter attacked the enemy. He beat the captor and took his rifle. However, he cannot fire it. The creature tried to use a bayonet, and then Alice attacked it furiously. The soldier lay motionless. The family went out into the hallway. Dead bodies lay everywhere. The aliens had swarmed every floor, forcing them to move quietly and stealthily. Peter checked the roof. Apparently, the invaders hadn't gotten there yet, because a neighbor nearly killed him. A second family was already hiding there. The survivors surveyed the burning city. Who were they? Why were they doing this? It seemed the aliens had decided to commit genocide against humanity. Our heroes were nearly spotted by a spaceship. It was unsafe to stay here, but the only way down was to use a construction cradle. At some point, the damaged structure began to collapse, so Peter decided to return inside the building. The people managed to jump through a window at the last moment before the cradle collapsed. Meanwhile, the wounded alien regained consciousness. His rifle had a tracking device built into it, so he knew where to find it. Peter was trying to figure out how this strange weapon worked. Alice was worried about one thing. They and the girls were alive in Peter's form, but her husband remained silent. The neighbors insisted they find shelter. Peter suggested going to his factory. There was a fortified warehouse underneath it. All life was being destroyed in the streets, so they would have to move through the tunnels. Suddenly, a missile hit the building. Ray stood closest to the window. Han's daughter tried to find her father and almost fell. Her mother grabbed her hand. At that moment, a helicopter appeared and opened fire on them. The second family ran down. Peter figured out the rifle's biometric protection, so he was able to return fire and kill several enemies. The family finally made it outside. "We will die, like Megan's family. Don't be afraid, everything will be fine." There was a cleanup team ahead. They killed a man who begged for mercy. The infantrymen were immediately shot by an armed resistance group, but then they themselves were mowed down by a combat helicopter. The family needs to get into the tunnel as quickly and quietly as possible. Lucy, as usual, slowed down when she saw the helicopter. Her mother grabbed her in her arms and managed to jump into the hatch at the very last moment. Alice was seriously wounded by the explosion and is now bleeding out. The infantryman continues to pursue the family. Alice asks her husband to take care of their daughters. She understands that she may not live to see tomorrow. The alien finally caught up with them. Peter managed to strike first. During the struggle, a pipe was damaged, and the soldier hid in clouds of smoke. He attacked the man again, but Peter dealt with him quite easily with a brick. He also broke the creature's helmet. "Why are you here?" Peter screams. The creature removed its helmet, revealing an ordinary man underneath. "What? Who are you? What is this all for?" Peter hadn't gotten any answers yet. He was distracted by his dying wife. The man ordered the boy to pick up Alice and carry her. He held him at gunpoint. Soon they approached the factory building. The men who opened the door were armed to the teeth. The plant manager ordered everyone to hide. An armada of helicopters was approaching. Alice was supposed to receive medical attention, but instead, some madman started electrocuting her, calling the process diagnostic. A strange device showed damage. However, a doctor wouldn't be able to help Alice. "We've been expecting this for a long time," said David. "There's a weapons shelter under the building. The factory is being bombarded. We need to prepare to strike back." They were about to execute the alien, but then he screamed that he could help Alice. "He's lying. We need to go." "It's not true. We know everything about you." There was no other way to save Alice, so Peter asked the girls to go to the evacuation train themselves. They and the alien would stay here for now. He took the knife and roughly stabbed it into the woman's body. Peter saw synthetic fibers and polymers at the cut. "What is this? What is this? You don't know who you are?" Peter can't believe what's happening. He needs more proof. The man stabbed himself and calmly cut the flesh with the blade. There was biomechanics inside him too. Alice could be saved if Peter was used as a power source. The soldier connected their cables, and then Peter remembered everything. He was an android electrician when humans ruled the world. Society then questioned whether they had the right to live and whether they were a threat to humanity. Alice was a synthetic cleaner. "Come on, pick up the phone, you stupid synthetic." That was the day they met. Soon, radicalized humans began attacking and destroying androids. Peter's dreams were a memory of that night. In reality, humans attacked the area where the synthetics lived. The military was ordered to destroy them all. But Peter fought back against the humans. He began to kill furiously in response, just to protect himself and the one he loved. "Forgive me, I had to." "I know." Peter handed Alice and the other androids weapons. They will have to defend themselves. The alien, who is obviously human, continues the operation. Eventually, having won the war, the synthetics patrol the territory and clear it of the remaining humans. Alice noticed androids among the bodies of two crying girls. Are you alone here? Mom and Dad were killed for being human. Hannah and Alice were synthetic children left without owners. That's how artificial intelligence managed to take over the Earth. To live without fear, the synthetics erased their memories, gaining new ones. As if they were people leading ordinary lives. Peter woke up and saw a cable stretched between him and his wife. I remembered the war. You tried to destroy us. The guy told me that the synthetics drove his grandparents off Earth 50 years ago. Now they live on Mars. No one knew what to expect on this planet. They didn't even know if it was livable. All these years, people were gathering strength for return. Androids were called monsters. But the soldier didn't see monsters, but children, families. He wouldn't agree to that. Ellie drank. She remembered everything too. Meanwhile, the last train leaves the shelter. The girls have to decide what to do next, go or wait for Mom and Dad. The sisters hugged and remained sitting on the stairs. People broke through and caused a massacre at the station. The soldier promised the couple that he would cover them. They must find their children. Hey, Peter. Miles. The resistance was easily suppressed. People in heavy armor demolished one line of defense after another. Everyone who managed to escape boarded the train. Peter and Alice are still trying to break through. David left the door open for them and ordered the girls to take the train. Peter and his wife run from a crowd of soldiers. They finally reached the station, but saw only the tail of the departing train. However, it stopped. David helped the family reunite. They needed to hurry. Soldiers had broken through to the station. Fortunately, the train was equipped with a powerful machine gun, which mowed down many of the aggressors. David told Peter that the synthetics had lived all these years without fear or guilt. Only a few had retained their memories to prepare for defense. But now they must not forget, the war had only just begun. They must reclaim their home. The family looked back at their hometown. The bridge beneath the train had collapsed, allowing the synthetics to escape and hide in a new shelter.